Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend, man. Yeah, so a bit of a weird schedule today. I've only got about an hour and a half to get the news done this morning. So we'll get through as much news as we can. Anything that we don't cover today, we will leave over for tomorrow. And I've got to get to an appointment this morning. It won't take very long, but I have to go get something done. And then I'll be back to do some V-Rising and some showcases. So we've got the Ubisoft showcase that kicks off at noon. So we'll do like lunch. We'll do V-Rising once I get back, probably around 9:30 or so, 9 to 9:30. We'll be live again. We'll start up V-Rising gameplay, and we'll take a break just before noon to get ready for the Ubisoft showcase. Then we'll be back to doing some V-Rising at about 1 o'clock this afternoon, CST, my time. And then we will we'll do that all the way until about 5. At 5 o'clock this evening, we've got the Capcom showcase. So that's what we'll end the stream on, okay? So a bit of a crazy schedule today. All these showcases going on. I've got this appointment this morning and everything too, so we'll do news. Take a quick break. Stream will go down. Then I'll be back. Then we'll do V-Rising. Then we'll do showcase. Then we'll do more V-Rising. Then we'll end with a showcase as well, okay? So that's kind of the plan. I'll go over it at the end of the news segment too before I bounce, all right? Davey. Yeah, man. So this is a reason that I've started taking Wednesdays off, right? So I've been streaming 7 days a week, roughly 8 to 9 hour days, right? So that means usually I don't have a day off, and any kind of additional content to get done for the channel is difficult because I'm always working on other things too. I'm always, after every single stream, I'm taking time to get content cut for everything I did that day, get it exported to YouTube, work on the YouTube channel. I've always got more montages I want to work on. I've always got more things I want to get done for the community, like the the face cam filters that I just got done for the 2-year anniversary. I was planning on having more montages done before the anniversary, but I got sick, and I lost time with that. So yeah, I've talked about that. And it's one of the reasons that I'm currently changing my schedule to have Wednesdays off, so that I can have a bit more time to work on other things for the community and for the stream. I would like to do things for different scenes. I would like to have maybe some different montages to open the stream with, or take breaks with, or what have you. You know what I mean? There's because now we're 2 years in. The reason I made that opening montage was because we actually have been running that for exactly a year now, because it was the 1-year anniversary. I got that created myself off of all the highlights we had made from the first year of content we had, and now we've got a lot more because we have everything from year 2 now. But it's really difficult, man. It's really difficult with all the time I stream, and then all the other things that I'm constantly working on for the channels being YouTube and Twitch, and family life too. You know what I mean? It's a tough juggle, brother. So yeah, I mean, I've talked about it, and it's one of the reasons that I'm trying to take, for the foreseeable future, an extra day off now to try and catch up on a lot of that stuff that I need to get done. I've got YouTube stuff that still needs to be made public. A lot of YouTube stuff, actually. It's sitting there on YouTube. It's just not public because I need to get all the details put in and get playlists made. And it's a lot of work. And it takes a lot of time. And streaming 7 days a week was making it to where I didn't have time to get as much done as I needed and wanted to get done. So whether it be updated scenes, or intros for the channel, or fun stuff for you guys for redemptions, or anything like that, it makes it very difficult for me to focus down and get that kind of stuff done. So I mean, yeah, I've talked about it quite often here recently. You just must not have been around whenever I addressed it, So Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm always trying. I'm always the gears are always turning, brother, about ways in which I can try to make things more fun and keep changing things for the better around here. You know what I mean? It's just having to have the time to get it done because I'm a solo venture here, dude. And I'm the only one that does all this stuff. You know, everything that's been done for the channel ever, for the most part. I've had a couple of people that have done, like Pinky's done some emotes, and we've got a couple of gifts that are going to be coming in here pretty soon that have been done by our buddy Gabs. You know, but outside of that, I mean, everything's me, man. You know, and trying to find that extra time to get stuff like that done is difficult with all the time that I stream and everything too. So trying to get it done, man. Just gotta have time to do it. It's a lot of work. It's very time intensive. So hopefully before long, man, we'll have a variety of intro videos for people to watch, and maybe even you know, the scenes might be a little bit different coming up, moving forward and stuff. I just gotta have time. That's it. I just gotta have time to work on it and make everything revamped and maybe a little bit better. Yeah. Thanks for the sad face, bro. What's up, Wick? And Gothic, what's up? Maxine, what's up? What's going on, guys? How are you? How are you? So let's go ahead and dive in here now that I've told everybody kind of what the deal is for today. So, this is what we're jamming out to this morning. Crypt of the Necro Dancer vibes. Yeah. Cool rhythm-based adventure RPG game, and awesome soundtrack. Huge soundtrack. Actually, you get multiple kind of versions of the soundtrack and stuff like that too. So if you're digging it, go check it out. Cool. Let's dive into the news. Again, depending on, there's a lot of news right now. There's a lot of news, and news normally right now goes fairly long, but I'm gonna have to split by about 8 o'clock probably. So here in about an hour and a half, and anything that we don't cover today, I'll hold over for tomorrow, and then I'll be back about an hour later. Okay, and we'll do V Rising and showcases and stuff. All right. That good old sad face, dude. Yeah. Fable officially revealed as a cinematic. It feels like, I don't know, dude. We'll just go with the Verge here. The biggest announcements from the Xbox Game Showcase and Starfield Direct. Okay. We'll just stick with that. We'll stick with that. Let's see what else we got. We saw a lot of this stuff, and hopefully a lot of it will be covered. Wait. So some of the stuff I already had up was this from yesterday. Shout out to our buddy Tinwin. This was a big deal. A lot of people wanted to see the. A lot of people were excited to see Avowed. We thought we were going to see it last year, and it took an additional year for us to get anything out of Obsidian for Avowed. But some of the details, it appears, that we've gotten out of Avowed at this point are a bit concerning, I think, for a lot of us that were waiting on this. So we'll see. I'll hit on this again at the end also. There's a big sale going on right now for everybody, PC gamers. We need to probably summarize the PC gaming show. This could probably work. All the games in the PC gaming show 2023 montage segment. Want to work? Yeah, good, Maxine. Yeah, it's good to see you, friendo. How you been? See what else we have. Okay, here's the deal. We are halfway right now through the normal life cycle of consoles, or at least of Xbox and PlayStation. We'll get a new Nintendo console. We should have had one already. They've really been dragging out the Switch. The Switch is an amazing console in concept, and but it has fallen off very hard technologically. It's built on 8-year-old mobile technology, and it is showing that age very much. So Nintendo, I think Nintendo will have a new console out within the next year to year and a half. But on Xbox and PlayStation's front, their consoles are coming up on being 3 years old right now, meaning PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, right? That's roughly halfway through the normal life cycle of consoles, meaning we're not going to get new consoles probably from Xbox and PlayStation for another 3 to 4 years. So to be expecting anything from them on the front of information about what a next console would bring to the table, we're not going to be getting that probably for another 2 years or so. So I don't know why people are even. I mean, this is kind of clickbait. Oh, baby. Payday 3. I cannot wait to start doing some more heisting. By the way, on that note, Epic Game Store has Payday 2 for free right now. This game has a lot of DLC too that has come about over the years that is not free, but it is on sale. But I at least recommend grabbing this game if you're a PC gamer and try it out. This is a sick game. It's a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for Payday 3, man. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Oh, cool, Maxine. Nice. Are you enjoying it? Enjoying the boat tour stuff, man? I bet you meet a lot of interesting people. We're gonna talk about Avowed. We're gonna talk about Avowed. It looks like it could be good, but just because it looks good doesn't mean that. I'll talk about it. Avowed is set in the world of Aora, which is the same world of the Pillars of Eternity games, right? Pillars of Eternity 1, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. And if they don't capture that same essence of those games, there are going to be a lot of fans of the Pillars of Eternity games and that world and the lore behind it that are going to be turned off. I will be one. I know our buddy Tinwin will be another. That's awesome, Maxine. Nice. But I've got an article up, thanks to our buddy Tinwin, and which goes into more detail about what to expect out of the game, and we'll touch on that. Certain PC Game Pass games will soon be playable on GeForce Now. This probably has to do with the 10-year deal that Microsoft is doing with NVIDIA, more than likely. We'll take a peek, though. We'll take a peek. I've got some articles up that should recap a lot of what we saw yesterday, which is all this stuff, Getting into the individuals is going to be a bit brutal. We're watching the showcases together every day, so I'm not going to do a like individual recap of every single game that's shown. It's too time intensive. I'm going to do my best to like summarize and give you guys an idea that maybe didn't get to watch the showcases with us live of what was included, but taking time to recap every single game is it's too much. It's too much. We were going to be watching this today. This will kick off at noon, our time, stream time. So 12 o'clock CST. So we'll do this for lunch. What I'll probably do is break at about 12 or 11:45. I mean, so about 15 minutes early before the showcase kicks off. Make some lunch, give everybody else some time. Hey, Davey, what's up, dude? I don't know if you heard me reply to your question earlier, but I addressed it. I didn't know you left, so I thought I was talking to you, but yeah. So that's kind of the play. We'll watch this today, as well as Capcom's to end the stream one. Yeah. We knew there were new Pathfinder games coming, not from Owlcat though. Owlcat's the developer that had done the previous Pathfinder games, Pathfinder 1 and 2, that were like traditional CRPGs. We knew there were new ones coming. We just hadn't seen anything about them until yesterday, and we'll get the recap on them. City Skylines 2, we also got to see a little bit of gameplay from. It looked like City Skylines. Yep. And what we know about City Skylines is you'll pay for the base game, and then you'll have to pay for a ton of DLC too. That's the way they do those games. We knew this was coming. We saw a little bit of a hint about some of this right before the showcases, and sure enough. So we'll probably get a recap of that also. There's so many showcases yesterday from like Xbox where it was like all we got, even from like Hellblade 2, which I am super psyched about. How you doing, Davey, by the way? So even from Hellblade 2 that's been in development for quite a while, and we've even seen gameplay trailers from, all we got was a cinematic, which is really sucky for me, man. I don't care about cinematics. I think most gamers are getting to the point where people that are really into gaming realize that a cinematic really tells you nothing about what you're going to experience in a game. So to just give us cinematic is like kind of boo, you know. It's fine. Cinematics are cool and everything, but if you're going to give us cinematics, give us a little bit of what we're going to experience in the game too. No, you're good. You're good. I just didn't know you bounced out of chat. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would have held off and addressed it once you got back. Basically, TLDR, dude. I've talked about it before. I'm taking Wednesdays off now to try and get more stuff like that done. I don't feel like I've been able to find the time to get that kind of stuff worked on. I've talked about it before. Where we've been running that same montage that I created. We've been running that for almost just over a year now. I unveiled that on May 24th of last year, and it's I've been streaming 7 days a week, and with everything else I always have to work on with multiple channels of content and streaming 8, 9, 10, sometimes more than that hours a day. It's difficult to find the time to get things worked on. So that's one of the reasons that I'm taking Wednesdays off now for the foreseeable future, is to try and buckle down and have more time to work on things like that, like whether it be fun stuff for the community, like the face cam filters that I finally got done, you know what I mean? Or we've got all kinds of new, I've got like, oh man, probably close to 200 just funny clips and everything over the past year of content that I want to get more montages made, whether it be for a variety of opening for the channel or even running them for like taking breaks and stuff, so it's definitely stuff that's on my agenda. It's just having to find the time to get it done. You know what I mean? And so that's why the Wednesdays are being taken off right now, trying to get that stuff taken care of. It's very time intensive. It takes a lot of time to get that stuff done, and I have to have the time to work it, man. Yeah. How's the mouth, Doug? How you doing? Hey, yeah, everybody was talking about Phil Spencer's Hexen shirt yesterday. That was dope. People are probably, it could be a hint at something to come. We'll see. We'll see. Dude, I didn't really see any Hellblade 2 gameplay. What are you talking about? What? That wasn't gameplay. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it is, Doug. I hope it's getting better though. I mean, look, dude. I know a lot of people didn't think the first trailer that came out for Hellblade 2 was. I mean, this all looked like cinematic for this one. The other one looked like partially gameplay, partially cinematic. At least this all looked just like a big like cut scene. Is all it looked like to me. We'll talk about it. Unless I was like distracted for part of it or something. I don't know. More updates for Vampire Survivors. We saw that. Yeah, Sea of Thieves and Legend of Monkey Island crossover. I think people are psyched about that. That's a pretty good crossover right there. Dune Awakening showcased. It was more of them talking about what you could experience, what your could, what they're trying to make you or have you experience in the game. There wasn't a lot of gameplay. Yeah, Davey, I've got something specific up about that. I mean, we talked. Timlin and I were talking about that. The look of the game was fine. I think it looked fine. I think the big scare right now is how much of what people are expecting. Sorry, how much of what people are expecting out of that game being taken out of the Pillars of Eternity universe we're actually going to get. I think that's what people are scared about, and if they don't hit that mark, like right now, we're being told you can only play as either a human or an elf. Dude, that sucks because there are many more classes than that you're able to usually that you're able to pick from and play as in the Pillars of Eternity game. So if they're not able to actually capture the same lore and kind of really fleshed out character progression and building system and everything that they did in the Pillars games, that's going to have a lot of Pillars fans who are a lot of the people that have been looking forward to Avowed turned off about it. But I've got an article up and we'll see what they're saying. It's some interview stuff with the developers, I think. So we'll see. Frostpunk 2, there's hype about that for sure. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the summary. Put that back here. We've got like all the games in the PC gaming show, and that's not it. Biggest announcements from the Xbox Game Showcase. So I'll be summarizing that. It's too hard to hit on every single one of these, dude. There's so many games that got announced. The PC gaming show was over 2 hours long. Xbox Starfield was over 2 hours long. It's like, which Starfield was a big chunk of that, but still. How much storage space were they coming with? Half that? Were they only coming out with like 500 gigs of storage space? We'll pull this up. Take a look. A black Xbox Series S with 1 terabyte of storage space launches in September. Look, I mean, this is one of those things. I've touched on this recently. I still feel like that's low. Um, Honestly, I feel like consoles need to start moving more towards a the digital front like PC has. Um, they're so slow to embrace it. So slow to embrace it, but we're hitting a tipping point now where games are just too big. Games are too big for the physical media that is a medium that's being used, and I think that they're console players are actually not doing themselves any favors, or not players, console developers not doing themselves any favors by sending out these consoles with such small storage space. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there, but we've talked about it a lot. Yo, this game looked really cool from Capcom actually, and we'll probably see more of it in today's Capcom showcase too. I hope so, anyways. Chris Pratt says Super Mario Brothers 2, a movie 2 news is coming. That's not really a surprise, is it? Do you think that'll be made first, or Zelda? Um, yeah, I mean, to be fair, with the evolution of gaming and technology and engines for building games, that's this is just kind of like the tip of that, really. You know what I mean? Of these games that are going to be very similar in those aspects, because as space games have always been very intriguing for people, but it hasn't been easy for developers to embrace everything that space has to offer, all encompassing, right? And I mean, what you get with that is, the space flight and planet exploration and that. So a lot of games as we move forward are gonna be compared. Yeah. No Man's Sky. I mean, that's why No Man's Sky got so hyped up too, was because, and part of it was terrible because they promised so much on that front and didn't follow through on those promises of what content was actually going to provide when they released the game. It was pretty bad, but I think what you're going to get more out of Starfield is story than probably No Man's Sky. I haven't played No Man's Sky, but I think that it's going to be a more fleshed out story experience than what you'll get in something like No Man's Sky. Bethesda's actually quite good at that. Yeah. Um, Maybe not quite on par with, and there'll probably be people that argue this, but I don't think they're quite on par with a company like CDPR. I bag on CDPR a lot, but it's because I don't think CDPR is good at making uh quality performing games. As far as content goes, I think CDPR is like gold standard, especially as far as like narrative, storytelling, character, the characters involved in their games and the backgrounds, the lore. And so I think CDPR is really, really good at that stuff. One moment. Okay, yeah, Davey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You too, buddy. You too. So, I don't know. I think that Starfield will be a bit more of a and from what I understand with like No Man's Sky, which I I applaud Hello Games for what they have done with No Man's Sky, because ultimately that game should have never released when it did. It was uh, again right up there as far as I'm concerned. I know not everybody feels this way, but as far as I'm concerned, it's right up there and in the same light as Cyberpunk as one of the worst releases in modern gaming history. Um, and I think a big part of it comes down to how heavily it was promoted, and that's one of the reasons that it's in that light. Hugely marketed, hugely promoted, and just bad, bad, bad on release. And I mean, don't get me there are a lot of terrible game releases nowadays. Really, really bad, and some of them have a decent amount of marketing behind, but it's hard to see. I mean, there's a reason why those two really stand out for most people above many others. I think a big part of it's because they were just so heavily marketed and promoted and everything, and to just be released in such a bad state, in one way or another. Um, Hello Games, I applaud, as well as CDPR for sticking with their game. One of the things that I think makes Hello Games stand out, though, is Hello Games felt so bad about what that game was on release. They stuck with it, and anything extra that has ever, and they continue to work on that game. And they have released a ton of additional content for that game. And they have continued to release all that content as part of the base game. There's no DLC to be bought for No Man's Sky at all. No DLC at all. At least I know for a fact, not content wise. I don't know if you can buy like the soundtrack or anything like that, but as far as I know, there's no DLC at all, and they have released a ton of content for that game. So I'll applaud them for that. I will never ever say that it makes up for the way a company releases a piece of trash, because they know the game's bad when they release it. No Man's Sky, Hello Games knew that game should not have been released when it released. There's no making up for that. Same thing for CDPR with Cyberpunk. They knew that game wasn't ready. They did it anyways. It's not fair. Shouldn't have happened. There's no making up for that ultimately. I applaud both of those companies for sticking with the games, turn them into something decent and good, but it still sucks. This still should have never happened. And in my eyes, you can't. That's unacceptable, really. You know. But at least I think for me, Hello Games went, you know what, we want to make up for what we did to everybody, and we want to, anything that comes out for this game, we're just going to give it out. We're going to give it to everybody. All you have to do is buy the base game. Buy the base game, you'll get everything. Cyberpunk made a bang load of money, dude. Just on release, that game made a ton of money, even though it was just a mess. And they've made a ton of money after too, and they don't care what they did to people on release. You know, and they're like, well, here's DLC that you'll pay, $35 for now, and now, and even with the quotes, even more gross to me from the developers of the game, producers of the game, now you'll be able to experience Cyberpunk the way it was always meant to be experienced, but you're gonna pay for it. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but that's not the kind of developer that I'm gonna back, dude. It's not gonna happen. I wonder if Super Mario Brothers 2 or Zelda will be the first one to come out. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, dude. We got 2 Like a Dragon games. These things are popping off like, yo, Kayla, what's up? What's going on? These games are popping off like flipping Assassin's Creed games nowadays, dude. We got like 2 more Like a Dragon games popping off now. It's crazy. I'm good. Dude, I slept like 12 hours yesterday. I literally quit streaming and just got ready for bed. Like the stream ended what time did we end stream yesterday? I don't remember. I don't know why I was so tired, but I ended stream and I just got ready for bed. It wasn't even really, it was like late afternoon. It was like late afternoon, man. But I just felt obliterated. I don't know why. I'd felt really, really beat up the past couple of days, honestly. And dude, I just got ready for bed. I didn't even eat dinner. My wife like brought me dinner right before the stream ended. She made me dinner. Shout out to my wife. She's amazing. She brought me dinner. I didn't even eat. I just put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. And I got ready for bed and I laid down and I fell asleep right away. And I slept all night long. I woke up like once or twice and just went right back to sleep. I slept like 12 hours last night, man. It was insane. I haven't done that in a long time. But I'm good. I'm good. I need more coffee this morning. What's up with you, Kayla? How are you doing? Are you talking? Are you just hungover, or did something bad happen? Look, dude. Yeah, I guess so, Kayla. Yeah, I guess. I guess. I feel groggy probably because I slept so much, but I feel good too. Finally, Saturday night. I've been hungover for days. What did you drink, dude? God dang. You're not even old enough to be having hangovers, are you, Gabs? What the crap's going on, dude? Oh, tequila. Yo, that was always one of my least favorite liquors, and I was a liquor drinker, dude. Um, and I wasn't a big mixed drink person either. It was like just hook it up, baby. You know what I mean? A lot of tequila. God dang, dude. Yeah, Patron's all right. Patron's all right. But dude, most tequilas, nah, I'm good. It wasn't a big thing for me. Don't think I've ever had tequila, huh, Kayla? Huh? Yeah. Yo, that's one of those things. I can't tell you how many times in my life I said the same thing, guys. I'm never drinking again, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry that sucks. It sucks that you feel that way. There's just so much crap, dude, from these showcases. It's like, god dang. It's so hard for me to want to dive into most of it too, especially because we sit here and watch so much of it together, you know. And we're gonna like summarize it. We got articles up to summarize it. Yeah, yeah. I honestly don't think most of Hellblade 2's trailer was gameplay though. They're probably calling it gameplay because it was stuff that you'll see in the game, but it's cutscene stuff, dude. It looks cutscene. Oh no. Oh no. Yo, thanks, Kayla. Thanks. Yo, Kayla, the stream's actually going to go down in about an hour. I've got an appointment this morning, but I'll be back about an hour later, and then we're going to play V Rising and do showcases today. We got Ubisoft at noon, so we'll do lunch, Ubisoft showcase, and then we'll end the stream late today. It's going to be like a 12-hour stream today. And late today, well, it won't be 12 hours because I'll be taking an hour break, but no. Everybody wants me to have a haircut. I'm not cutting my hair, guys. I'm not cutting my hair. So you see how long it is right now? Whenever I'm not like slouching with my shoulders and stuff. Dude, I'm letting my hair get down to my shoulders. No haircut. No. No. If I did get a haircut, I would just have them like trim it just a little bit, get the dead ends off or whatever. But I had one not too long ago. I don't have anything on Lord Farquaad, but thank you. Thank you. I love my hair. I don't really care. Nah, I just got some life stuff I need to take care of. Well, I'm not short, so get wrecked, nerd. How tall are you? Yo, you were throwing up? Were you like in dry heaving all night and stuff? Ooh, why'd you drink so much? I mean, you were 5'9" for real, Gabs? Nice. Nice. I mean, you're still short, but nice. Oh, you were trying to really you were ready to party that night, dude. You were ready to party that night. Yo, let's dive into this stuff. I know it's not short. I know it's not short, Kayla. I'm just ripping on her. I'm still short. You're as tall as Wick is, dude. I googled it on 5'7". 5'7's actually 5'7's actually still pretty tall for a lady. I think what's the average height for a woman? Like 5'6", something like that. What's 5'4", dude? You're 3 inches over average, dude. 3 inches over average. What? Wait, no, you're not. Quit trolling. Kayla, you're not even 5'1". Yo, my mom's like between 5'1" and 5'2". My mom's not a very tall person. My dad is though. My dad's like between 6'2" and 6'3". Whatever, Wick. Nobody believes you, dude. You know that. Dude, the average height of a man is 5'9"? Really? Oh no. Couple goals. Yeah, I guess, dude. So my wife is 5'7". My wife's 5'7". I'm like 6 foot even. You know, I most women like guys that are taller. What is that about, dude? What is that about? I mean, honestly, I feel lucky. Wick's actually like 5'4". Yo, random time. I was short forever, dude. I thought I was just gonna be like, nice, nice. I was just gonna take after my mom, dude, and just be pretty short. But luckily I ended up at least hitting 6 foot. Look, let's be honest, dude. Farquaad wish he had this wave going on. You know what I'm saying? Farquaad can get wrecked. Where's Wick? I thought Wick would reply to that, dude. He's busy making smoothies, dude. Let's dive in here, dude. You love that bob cut, dude. I just grew it out, dude. It's not, you know what I mean. I just grew it out. It's not a specific cut or anything. It's just it is what it is, you know. I just grew my hair out. All right, all the games in the PC Gaming Show 2023 montage segment. But I've never had my hair on my shoulders, man, and that's where I want it. I want my hair at my shoulders. That's where I'm going to grow it to. Oh no, we're doing something different for Halloween this year. Okay. Lord Farquaad is 3 foot. Good night, dude. All right, all the games in the PC Gaming Show 2023 montage segment. Let's take a summary here of these. As part of the PC Gaming Show, in between all those announcements and reveals was a montage of a set of cool games currently in development. If you weren't able to pause the feed, I've collected together all those trailers in one place, plus a little more detail about each of those games. Atomic Picnic, I'll link this so you guys can watch the trailers. We watched all of them yesterday, so I'm not going to sit here and watch them all again for the news, but I will link this for you guys if you want to take a look, okay? So Atomic Picnic is this one. Plays a lot like if you made Vampire Survivors a shooter and rolled out with 3 of your closest friends, surviving against hordes of enemies and fighting big bosses. Has many of the same roguelike elements. You might expect bunches of different weapons, rarity-coded upgrades to pick from, and a shot between rounds to upgrade your character permanently. Still in pre-alpha, but there's a playable demo on Steam right now. I am sorry that you're so hungover, Gabs. Dude, I hate hangovers. They are the worst. And dude, if you're going on day 2 of being hungover, God, that's brutal. That's why you're still hungover, yo. You need to eat. You gotta eat. That's not enough. You like pizza, do you? Well played, Wick. Well played, dude. Gaucho in the Grassland from Brazilian developer. You need to eat more than one slice of pizza, yo. You got to get your body back. You got to get all those electrolytes back. You got to get all that. You need some big old nasty greasy food to go eat like a big old burger or something. You know what I mean? Go get a Euro, something like that, dude. You need to slam a whole bunch of some just like big old greasy food or something. Eat some stuff, man. One slice of pizza is not going to do the trick, man. Especially if you were throwing up so much. From Brazilian developer Epopia Games, Gaucho in the Grassland is part farming sim, part exploration game set in the South American Pampas region. In addition to the crafting and harvesting, you usually find you can explore mystical imaginings of area folklore and spend some time roping cattle, a criminally underexplored part of the farm life. Yorl's brother in the most important game of the galaxy. That's not what you need. You need big old greasy food. Go get a chimichanga. You know what I mean? You need a chimichanga. Something like that. Not strawberries. I mean, dude, you must have been hammered. Yeah. Mom's picks you up at 1:30 and you're just harfing everywhere. Were you like just hugging a toilet all night and like dry heaving and stuff? I've been there. I've been there when I was young, real young. Sometimes in a point and click adventure game, sometimes in a point and click adventure game, my problem was like not too long after I started drinking, I got to the point of where like I didn't get sick anymore. I would just, and it was bad. It sucked that I didn't get sick anymore because I could just drink and drink and drink, and then I would get stupid. I would get stupid drunk because I didn't get sick, you know? So I could just keep drinking. It was bad. It wasn't good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. Hopefully before you started throwing up, you know what I mean? Hopefully you Blah! Come here, baby. Taste some of this. Gross, dude. Yo.
Emotional damage.
Yo, I'm happy for you though. Yeah, right on. Some sparks of flying, maybe some sparks of flying. Yorl's brother on Steam. Sometimes in a point and click adventure game, you're trying to find some grog to melt the bars of a pirate's gel cell. Other times, you're siphoning gas from a UFO. In Yorl's brother, in the most important game of the galaxy, you're making avocado lattes with your grandmother in between saving the world from aliens. Yorl's brother is a Cartoon Network Brazil original cartoon. This point and click adventure, first chapter out on June 15th, with 2 more to follow in August and October, indulges in all the zany, slapstick, and jealous sibling antics you find there. Mullet Mad Jack. This is Mullet Mad Jack. I hate the fact they didn't put these above. Like it looks like you're reading into going down into the like trailer. You're not. It's the trailers are above these readings. They set this up really weird. Mullet Mad Jack. Jamming a Bowie knife into the skull of an android has never been so neon. Mullet Mad Jack takes the ultraviolet style of 90s VHS anime and mashes it with the modern boomer shooters and a drizzle of roguelite aioli with a synthwave soundtrack, bright pink mullets, and chase scenes straight out of Rad Racer. This looks like a loving homage to Duke himself. Nukem, not Wayne, obviously. Novalands. Novalands combines island management and factory automation in a cozy little package. In it, you explore procedurally generated islands, gather resources, and build bases to find new energy sources. Your main assistants in this journey are your bots. Whether gathering or battling monsters or helping with the logistics, these little guys will automate tedious tasks and let you focus on exploration and battles. Island bosses are combat encounters, but you can solve them peacefully. There's a demo out on Steam. The full game should be available this month. Revival recolonization. Aside from the obvious uses of passing the bar exam and getting high school kids to submit hilariously bad essays, AI has more niche applications like totally destroying the earth. In Revival, recolonization has done just that, and it's our job to rebuild. A 4X strategy game, you take the role of an emissary fresh from cryosleep and ready for a cup of coffee and a battle with zombie hordes and ruthless robots. Progress your civilization through 4 eras, advance in technology, and use edicts to terraform Earth to your will. Just watch out for the All Mind and its propensity toward using its own edicts to light the whole world on fire. Burn it all down, baby, burn it all down. So here, if you guys didn't get to see any of this while we watched the showcase yesterday, take a look. All the trailers are in there, all right? And then the Xbox showcase stuff, okay? So Microsoft just wrapped up its annual summer showcase for Xbox games. It was a big one. I'll be honest, I like PlayStation showcase better. Not only did Microsoft share tons of information about new titles coming to Xbox, but the company also showed a long look at Starfield, Bethesda's long-awaited sci-fi RPG. I thought the showcase for Starfield was actually really good, though. I'm not somebody that's been real hyped about this game either, but I thought the showcase for Starfield was pretty solid. The Starfield Direct gameplay deep dive, this is going to be very long. It's like 45 minutes, man. Yeah, Gabs. Yeah. Yo, let me know when you get back from the throwing up again. Sorry, that's so mean. I'm sorry that you got sick. That sucks, dude. I'll never forget one of the first times I really got sick drinking, dude. I'll never forget it, Doug. Oh God. I don't think that's one of those things you do forget, really. You know? Oh, it's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. When you get sick enough that you're like not just throwing up, but then you're like dry heaving and everything too, off of alcohol. Poof. God dang, dude. That's a brutal experience. Oh man. Not that that's what Gabs was necessarily dealing with, but dude, I had that experience when I was really young. Oh my God. I'll never forget it. We got a lot of new info about Starfield during Sunday's events. I'll link this for you guys too. Wig, bro. Yeah. It's one of those like lesson kind of things, right? It's like a lesson for people to learn, in consuming alcohol and maybe not going out on an empty stomach too, you know. There are things to learn about drinking as you progress through doing it and becoming of age and doing it and stuff. There's some hard lessons sometimes, but it can be dangerous too. So it's important to be safe if you're going to be consuming alcohol. It can be a dangerous thing too. So just be careful out there. We got a lot of new info about Starfield during Sunday's event. First, there was a sweeping new trailer promising grand adventures among the stars and with some footage of how the game will actually play. Then during the 45-minute Starfield Direct, the development team went into detail about things like character creation, ship building, which looks awesome, companion, space exploration, and more. Game is on September 6th. Comes out on September 6th. And if you want some Starfield-themed accessories, you can pick up the new custom controller and headset or get a special watch with the game's collector's edition, which is only $300, right? Did you guys, let's watch this real quick. Take a look at this. So I'm going to read about Fable real quick, then we'll watch the trailer together. This is one I want to talk about real quick. Got an offbeat new trailer for Fable. Fable is an iconic series. I still own the first Fable. I just showed it off at the beginning of the year, getting some of my old gaming stuff out. This game has been handed off to the developers of the Forza Horizon series. And not that that's necessarily a bad thing, to have a developer step outside their norm, but that's about all they've ever done of note is automobile racing games, right? And this is a stark contrast from that. And to take an iconic series and try to revamp it, give it to a studio that hasn't ever done anything like this before, I think there's reason for people to be a little bit worried about what we're going to get. I think that most of what we see here is just cinematic stuff. But I'll let you guys judge for yourselves, and hopefully we'll be getting more Fable stuff moving forward, because it's been pretty hush on that front. But this thing has been in development for quite a while now. I'll watch it after I read this. Microsoft finally showed more on the newest game in the Fable series. Trailer was pretty offbeat, which should be a relief for fans who love the series for its silliness. There was a brief look at some action as well. A hero tried to stay safe from a giant that was trying to attack them. Trailer didn't include any sort of release window, though, or real gameplay. Check it out. I mean, it had a little bit, maybe a little bit of gameplay, but it didn't seem like there was much.
Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
Wasting a perfectly good sandwich. So I don't know. We'll see. Got a cinematic trailer for the new Star Wars game from Ubi. Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, no gameplay in this either, but I mean, you'll take a look. I'll link it for you. Main character in the trailer didn't appear to be a Jedi. They piloted a ship, wielded a blaster, didn't use the lightsaber. Still looks like a thrilling trip to the Star Wars universe. We'll see about that. Set to come out in 2024. Ubisoft will share gameplay during its Ubisoft Forward event on Monday. Yeah, so we'll see this today, okay? We'll see if we actually get to see gameplay. Look, here's the thing with Star Wars games. More often than not, they're not great. Let's be fair. In the grand scheme of things and the plethora of Star Wars games that have been made in gaming over the years, there are a handful that are pretty solid. The rest are like mediocre at best. So hopefully it'll be good. We'll just have to see. Oh yeah, Phantom Liberty be released in September. Yeah, we've talked about this. You can take a look if you want. I mean, this is what I was just talking about. I think it's gross that that CDPR made so much money off of Cyberpunk in the first place, and now they're charging people for this game after duping so many people in the first place. They're charging people for the expansion, and I honestly feel personally that the least they could have done was just hand this out to people as free content. After they did very well on Cyberpunk when they really shouldn't have. Or they shouldn't have done nearly as well as they did anyways. They turned it into a decent game after the fact of its just nightmare release. I'm of the mindset that any company that releases a game in the state that like Cyberpunk did doesn't really deserve to succeed. It's not fair. It's a company producing a subpar product, a broken product, and they made a ton of money off this. So in my opinion, the least they could have done to show me that they were a decent company and had a little bit of remorse for what they did was just hand this out to everybody instead of making people pay $35 for it. But, you know, that's, again, you can be your own judge of that situation. There's a black Xbox Series S on the way with 1 terabyte of storage. don't like the white Xbox Series S, starting September 1st, you can play your games on a black one that comes out with 1 terabyte of storage. Of course, it's a bit more expensive at $350, but look at that great color. It's black. I don't care what color it is. In my opinion, all console makers need to be coming out with more than even a terabyte of storage at this point. Games are getting too big. They have a huge issue with the still using optical media for physical games. Something's got to change. Hellblade 2 looks and sounds phenomenal. We'll watch this real quick too. We've got it up. We'll talk about it right here. Microsoft debuted a new trailer for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Looks stunning. Yeah. So did the first one. But this didn't really show me gameplay. Footage was captured on an Xbox Series X. Game set to come out sometime next year. Flight Simulator is getting a bunch of new things. Flight Simulator 2024, it looks packed with new things to do, like hot air balloon trips, aerial firefighting. Scheduled to release in 2024. There's also a Dune-focused expansion coming to the current version, which we saw also, yeah. Valve gets a new trailer and release window. We've got some dedicated stuff up about that we'll touch on this morning. Microsoft shared a gameplay trailer for Avowed, the upcoming first-person RPG in the works from Obsidian. Trailer also revealed a release window for 2024. Forza Motorsport is releasing this fall. Forza Motorsport, the next game in Microsoft's hit racing sim franchise, will be released on October 10th. Company announced. Alongside the release date, Microsoft also shared a new trailer for the game coming to Xbox and PC. Clockwork Revolution is a new steampunk RPG on the way for Xbox. They showed a pre-alpha sneak peek of a new steampunk RPG from In Exile Entertainment titled Clockwork Revolution. No release date. Looks like it could be a wild time-bending adventure. 2 new Persona games on the way. We touched on this in the news the other day. We knew this was coming. Persona 3 Reload is a make of Persona 3 that's scheduled to release in early next year. Persona 5 Tactica, on the other hand, is a tactics-focused game set in the Persona 5 universe that's releasing on November 17th of this year. Infinite Wealth is the next game in the Like a Dragon series. So a new game starring Ichiban from Yakuza Like a Dragon called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. The reveal trailer for the game was pretty outrageous. Basically, dude wakes up on the beach and is just completely nude. Overwatch 2 story mission will kick off on August 10th. While Overwatch 2 story mode isn't happening, there will still be story content, and it will launch on August 10th. During the trailer at the show, Blizzard also teased a new hero that will be available on August 10th as well. We're already seeing Blizzard content being unveiled at Microsoft showcases, Xbox showcases. It's pretty wild. Here, there's a lot of trailers. If you guys missed, we watched all this yesterday together here in the channel. If you missed any of it, take a look, okay? We're going to touch on a little bit more of it over here. We've got some stuff for Avowed. We got some stuff for Hellblade 2. But there's plenty of trailers in there if you want to grab that link and take a look, okay? Certain PC Game Pass games will soon be playable on GeForce Now. An Xbox Wire post has clarified Sarah Bond's earlier comments, noting that select games will be available via GeForce Now rather than the entire catalog. Today, we shared that Game Pass members will soon be able to stream select PC games from the library through GeForce Now. This will enable the PC Game Pass catalog to be played on any device that GeForce Now streams to, like low-spec PCs, Macs, Chromebooks, mobile devices, TVs, and more, and we'll be rolling this out in the months ahead. The original post continues below. NVIDIA GeForce Now players will soon have access to the entire PC Game Pass catalog. In the coming months, this is going to happen. You're going to be able to play your PC Game Pass catalog leveraging GeForce Now, Bond said. You're going to be able to do that on all the devices where GeForce Now is. Yeah, this is due to earlier this year, NVIDIA and Microsoft struck a deal to bring all Xbox games to GeForce Now. This is part of them appeasing competitors to try and get this Activision Blizzard deal completed. A few weeks ago, NVIDIA shared the first batch of games coming to the service, including the Coalition's Gears 5, excuse me, and Arcane Lion's Deathloop. Yeah. If you need more here. But that's the gist of it. Obsidian breaks 3-year silence to spill the secrets of Avowed, its next big RPG. Here, watch the trailer real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
People don't like you very much, do they? Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself. To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us.
So it looks like there's actually dwarves in the game, but apparently you can't be one, which sucks because traditionally you could be a lot of different classes in the Pillars games, which is what this same world is.
So now that you have all this power,
see, there's a different player character right there. That's one of the things Timon was worried about. It looks solid enough, you know what I mean, from that gameplay trailer. I mean, and look, dude, at least we're seeing gameplay in this, but for just a moment, Avowed looks like any other fantasy RPG, swords and shields, shiny armor, and helmets with those funny little nose guards. Then the dual-wielded flintlock pistols show up, and the fungus-infected bear, and the Willy Wonka-ass mushrooms. Obsidian was once the RPG studio that played in other developer sandboxes, but with Avowed, it's getting to paint the world it created for Pillars of Eternity on a far bigger canvas. One in which you're, well, kind of an asshole. Sounds perfect for me, dude. Okay. That's not quite fair. You don't have to be an asshole, but you do have to be an outside. You have to be an outsider. Perfect. Avowed director Carrie Patel told me in an exclusive interview ahead of Avowed's reveal on Sunday. As the game begins, your character arrives in a remote corner of the world of Aora called the Living Lands as an envoy of the Adir Empire, where you've been sent to investigate a mysterious plague. Not everybody in the Living Lands is super thrilled to have an imperial presence in this far-flung land, she said. So adventure ensues. Gotta love all those outsiders, you know what I mean? Good peoples. It's been a long 3 years since Avowed first appeared during a Microsoft live stream, promising a first-person RPG from Obsidian. Since then, Obsidian has released Grounded, which we're playing now on weekends, an ant-scaled survival game, and Pentiment, a 16th century murder mystery. Both were hits, but it's about time for another RPG, and Avowed's trailer says 2024 is the year. First appearance was just CG, hinting at a game, but this time we've seen the real thing, and Obsidian was ready to talk about it. As someone who's come through development as a narrative designer, companions are a huge part of the experience and draw for me both as a player and a developer, Carrie Patel said. One thing we want to do with Avowed was make sure that the companions felt really integral to the story. In some games, they're optionally recruitable, but in Avowed, they're deeply tied to the story, as your companions traditionally are in the Pillars games as well, tied to your party. We really want to create this sense that you're in this big wild frontier. You're going on this adventure of discovery, and you have this small but tight-knit crew with you. The sense you're adventuring through the wilds together sharing in this discovery and the danger. These people are just as much a part of your story as the larger events that you're getting in the middle of. The way you interact with other characters in Avowed will be similar to the Outer Worlds, where your dialogue options reflect the tone you want to use. That's a big thing in the Pillars of Eternity games too, is choices matter. Your choices affect the entire world, the outcome of the game as a whole, throughout the gameplay as you move forward, and the end game, as well as the way that your characters react to you and stuff also. We try to hit a sweet spot when we're writing dialogue options where we invest enough personality for those options to be fun and interesting, but also leave enough space around them so the player can really invest whatever headcanon they built for their character into that option. Patel wouldn't spill much about Avowed story, but did give me some of the basics on what form of RPG to expect from Avowed. You have an established role as the Imperial Envoy, but your personality, appearance, and philosophy and vibe you bring to that role is up to you as a player to decide. God, I'm already turned off, dude. You can play as human or elf, but not other races. That flippin' sucks. Purely single player, no co-op. Fine, whatever. That's not a big deal. I'm fine with that. The world is lightly systemic. Think water and lightning interactions, but not the old bucket on the head trick. You'll have 2 companions with you at a time with their own combat specialties and, of course, personalities. Several ability trees to progress through. You won't be locked into a particular class or playstyle, which is very not Pillars. This is more like something like Dragon's Dogma, you know, which I loved Dragon's Dogma, and I'm okay with that style of game development. But this game is supposed to be built upon the Pillars of Eternity world and what those games originally brought to the table, and that's not what this is. You will level up. The focus is on unlocking abilities rather than putting points into stats to grow stronger. Early in development, when Obsidian decided to prioritize the story more focused on depth and breadth, first-person combat ended up benefiting too. Patel said that it was an example of a piece of Avowed that was surprisingly fun in their first vertical slice, time when the team has to decide on what to commit more resources to and what to scale back on. Combat became a key focus, which should be music to the ears of every Elder Scrolls player who's always found the sword swinging a bit wimpy. Combat has come along really, really well, and the bones have been there since the beginning. Tell cited a lot of time spent tuning the feel of swinging a sword versus a mace versus an axe to make combat feel right. The options available to players seem like the more significant element at play here. You're free to dual-wield weapons, wield both magic and melee simultaneously, and as in Pillars of Eternity, there are some old-timey guns available. When I brought up how bored I am of game loot with imperceptible stat differences, that was one of the, I hate that too. From one sword to another, she said that's been on their mind too. The way we've tried to approach this is erring on the side of fewer but meaningful upgrades. If you're upgrading your weapon from one tier to the next, you should feel the difference. If it's a small number of changes, if it's a small number change next to your item name, that's not going to feel as meaningful as going through an upgrade process, trying your weapon again and realizing it's doing a lot more damage. Fewer but more meaningful upgrade tiers. From today's trailer, Magic looks like it could be a bit of Avowed that really gives its own fantasy flair. There's some excellent hand animation at work when the Envoy draws runes in the air to conjure a fireball and later lifts a pulsing void skyward, sending a pile of guards orbiting weightlessly around it. I want a whole lot more of that, and I'm excited that I can mix magic with melee without being railroaded into a class. That's entirely away from what people are expecting out of a Pillars game, though. See, that actually turns me off. I want to be class locked. I want to go into this game. I want to have a very fleshed out kind of D&D-ish style, which is what Pillars had, right? Pillars had a very classic RPG style character creation for you to select different races, different classes of characters. And with that, you got to progress through different skills, be proficient with weapons that fit that character style and abilities and spells that would fit that character style. And you know, into Pillars 2, they got multi-class system going on. So a multi-class system could work very well with this. But to make it to where you're just willy-nilly be able to just change who you are on the fly or whatever, I'm not a big fan of that, dude. Only seen 2 minutes of Avowed. I imagine Microsoft and Obsidian won't be talking about it too much more until Starfield is done with the spotlight. Once we do, I expect Obsidian's characters to start getting all the attention. Yeah, I'm a bit worried now. I think what a lot of Pillars of Eternity fans were expecting out of this game was first-person Pillars, and I don't think that's what we're going to get. I think that we're getting an entirely different style of game set in the world of Aora. And that's going to be a big turnoff for a lot of Pillars of Eternity fans. I'll probably sit back and I won't be playing this on release, I don't think. Peter, what's up, buddy? What's going on, man? All right, so here you go. Look, I wasn't real thrilled with this trailer, but take a look. I've been really psyched about this game, but this trailer we got yesterday, I'm not real psyched about. New Hellblade 2 gameplay revealed at the Xbox Showcase. Brand new gameplay. They're calling it gameplay. I didn't see a lot of gameplay. I saw a cinematic. For Hellblade 2 has been revealed at the Xbox Showcase. The gameplay, which was fully captured on the Xbox Series X, gives players a look at exactly how the game will look, sound, and perform when they load it up on their consoles. I think what they're trying to say is that this was taken from play of the game, but it's actually cutscene stuff. Sink deep into the next chapter of Senua's story with a showcase of cinematic immersion, beautifully realized visuals, and encapsulating sound from the team at Ninja Theory. Trailer's description reads, "It's not gameplay, dude. They're trying to act like it's gameplay. You're not. There's nobody. This is just cutscene stuff." Peter, what's up, dude? This is a bit off-putting for me. After so much time waiting for more,
She can feel them.
we've had gameplay. We've had a gameplay trailer for a while of this game, and it looks really, really good coming out of Unreal Engine 5. And then waiting for more for such a long time to finally get this yesterday and go,
Ones who hide.
this is just mostly cinematic.
She
Why?
needs their help with a promise. A question. But it's never so simple, is it? Wisdom has a price.
Like, this is about all the gameplay is.
There's always
I think walking into this room.
a part of you that darkens.
What are you supposed to take away from
A
that?
part of you that dies. Over there, that pool. I can feel them. Feel them everywhere.
We already knew the game was looking very good. So now it's just cinematic.
They can see us. What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen? It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find out.
Happy Monday, brother. What's up, dude?
Senwa, what are you waiting for? I'm here. Watching more than one. Where are they? Where are you? What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too
Mad woman.
Their eyes everywhere. Can feel them boring into her.
Witch.
What is she supposed to do? Do something.
Warrior.
Ask them. What do you want me to do?
Lost soul who fought through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore. Pulled.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
What we will find. What if it's all for nothing? What is that? There. They are waiting. There.
Are they making a video game or are they making a movie, dude?
What will Your voices.
All the parts of you that are broken.
You can be whole.
Yeah, I know. We already knew that. That's what I'm getting at, though. That's what, like, I mean, everybody's been stoked because the game looks great, right? But, dude, we've known the game looks great for a long time.
Led me to this
That's why so
place.
many people are psyched about it. But I don't want to play a game where all I'm going to be doing is sitting here watching a movie.
I am here.
I want to play a video game. And why like a year and a half, 2 years later, are we getting a new trailer that is not showing us gameplay?
I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know.
Go.
It's weird to me and it's concerning to me.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have
Yeah, I know, but I mean, so make a movie then.
you led to death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you making a game or are you making a movie? Cool, you made it look good. But video games are about gameplay, dude. It's not just about visuals. You know what I mean? I mean, that first and foremost is one of the reasons why this game has been so hyped for such a long time. But what's crazy is that, here, let me just show you. Let me just show you. So I'll link this for you. I'll link this for you just in case you guys need it. There's not really anything else in that. So now let me pull this up. This is the first trailer, dude, they gave us like well over a year ago, maybe even close to like 2 years ago.
With our swords, we will forge new stories to strike the gods that haunt us.
We already knew the game looked great. I think what is worse for me is that a lot of people didn't believe that there was much gameplay in this, and I kept trying to convince people. Senua, it's Hellblade 2. Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2. A lot of people didn't believe that this trailer right here had gameplay in it, and I was like, it is. This has gameplay in it. This is gameplay. It's like partially gameplay, partially cutscene stuff, but it does have gameplay in it. And people are like, really? Really? You know? And now they're trying to say that like that trailer we just got was gameplay. It's not. There's not much gameplay in that trailer that we just got. So instead of like trying to convince people that this game is looking this good with gameplay, they brought us just cinematics. We've had this trailer for a long time now, and the new trailer is the one that we just finished watching. So that's what kind of sucks for me.
It knows our name. How does it know our name?
I've been hyped about this, but I'm turned off by that latest trailer.
Sacrifice to make. To lead others to death brings a different kind of burden. One that Senua would have to learn to bear.
I just don't understand how you go from giving us something like this so long ago to giving us what they just gave us. That just doesn't make sense. It's like regression.
Can you smell their fear?
He's here. Death is coming.
Look at the bones.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the bones. That's
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, Gabs. And that's what a lot of people didn't believe at first, that like this had gameplay in it. And that's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, this is gameplay. This is gameplay. This is Unreal Engine 5. This looks very, very good. This is awesome. And that's why I was like, I couldn't wait to get more. You know, I was like, I can't wait to see more about what the actual, you know, they're actually bringing to the table here, because it looks awesome. And then it's like that. Then the new trailer they give us at the Xbox showcase yesterday was just like cinematic stuff. It was like, why?
Unshakable truth. Break it with an impossible feat.
Almost seems like it should have gone the other way around. Like they should have just given us that cinematic years ago and then given us this yesterday or something. You know?
You can do this.
first the iron, then the fire. Yes.
I would have been way more stoked. Oh, dude.
Varric! Harold!
Like, I mean, this gameplay looks amazing, and that's why I'm like, I feel very underwhelmed by what they just gave us. You know, that's what I think that anybody that has been exposed to this already, and then sees what the latest thing they gave us was, is like, wait, what? How did they already show us this, and then the most recent thing they can give us is just like cinematic? You know, that's just weird. I mean, I don't understand. Because this looks sick, dude. This looks so dope.
It's me it wants to kill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this definitely has some like quick like cutscene like this right here. This has like some quick like non-gameplay sections where it's just more like cinematic kind of stuff, but there's actual gameplay in it too. You can tell that there's gameplay. You're controlling her, you're moving her around, you're aiming, you're throwing stuff, you know what I mean? So there was at least that. They were at least showing you that there is gameplay that looks that good along with the cutscene stuff. And then what we got yesterday was just cinematic, dude. That was it. And I don't understand why. I just don't understand. It's a bit of a turnoff for me. So I don't know, man. That's just weird. Usually it goes the other way around. Usually if they don't have a lot of gameplay to show you yet, you know, that's where you get mostly cinematic. And for a lot of gamers, it's like, okay, whatever, cinematic, you know. If it looks cool, it's like, okay, cool, that looks good. But it's like, you don't know what the gameplay is going to be about. You don't know what it's going to look like. And then once they finally give you the gameplay, it's like, oh, that looks cool, or, man, whatever. You know, depending on what it looks like. I haven't played it, but I own it. I've actually got it right here. You can see it. I own Hellblade 1. This is it. It's supposed to be very, very good. If you look at the store page, it's rated very well. Over 48,000 reviews, over 91% positive. It's supposed to be a very good game. I own it, and I want to play Hellblade 1 right before I play Hellblade 2. Yeah, I'm planning on playing it. Yeah. So as soon as they announce exactly when Hellblade 2 is coming out, I'm going to play Hellblade 1, and then I'll go into playing Hellblade 2. That way we get the entire story together. So I'll play Hellblade 1, and then we'll play Hellblade 2 right after it. That's my plan. So we'll be able to hang out, play both the games, and get all the story together. Because the story is supposed to run together. Hellblade 1 into Hellblade 2 and everything. So I'll play both of them. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, here's the deal. We will save this article for tomorrow about the black Xbox with a terabyte of SSD. And this was just something I've been promoting to people. There's a deal going on GOG right now. Take a look at this. There's some pretty nice sales going on you can get for Steam through GOG right now because of all the showcase time right now. I've got an appointment. I've got an appointment this morning. So I've got to take off, go to this appointment, and then I'll be back in about an hour. And we'll start the stream back up. We'll play video games. we've got, I'll just show you the schedule right now, okay? So I'm going to bounce. Stream will go down. I'm going to go to my appointment. It should be really quick. I'll be back in about an hour and start the stream back up. We will play V Rising for a little bit. Then we've got right here, Ubisoft showcase starts at noon. So we'll do lunch. Right before 12 o'clock, I'll take a break. I'll make some lunch and let everybody else get some refreshments or whatever. We'll watch Ubisoft at noon. Then we'll go back. We'll play more V Rising this afternoon. No, I'm not going to cut my hair. You haters. No way, dude. You guys just hating because my hair's so pretty. Look how pretty my hair is, dude. You kidding me? Look at that. Look at that. That's natural, dog. That's natural. You know what I mean? Look at that wavy, curly stuff. Dude, you kidding me? That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That's just beautiful hair right there. So, and then we'll end the stream today. 5 o'clock, we got the Capcom showcase too. So we should have some pretty good showcases today. I'll be back around 9, between 9 and 9:30. I'll be back. We'll play V Rising. Then we'll take a break and watch Ubisoft. Then we'll play more V Rising. And then we'll end the day with Capcom showcase, okay? That is the plan. Sad face. Oh. It's so good, dude. I love that. I love that. So that's the Jam-a-lam. We almost got through all the new stuff this morning, and that's good. We got one left really to hit on tomorrow. That's about it. And it wasn't one of the big ones, so that feels good. Feels good. You guys rock, man. Appreciate you. I'll be back. So just do what you need to do. Eat some nice greasy food. Go get yourself a chimichanga or a gyro or something. You know what I'm saying, Gabs? Yeah, pizza or whatever. Not just strawberries, man. You need to get some big old nasty greasy food up in that belly, you know? Pecan nuts, dude, that's not big old grease. I mean, I love pecans, but you know, you need some big old greasy food. Get that body back in business, you know what I'm saying? You guys rock. Thanks. Great news segment. And I'll be back here before long, probably about an hour and a half. Closer to an hour probably, and we will start gaming and doing showcases today, okay? Thanks for being you. Thanks for being a part of this. If anybody's checking out this video gaming news segment, we've got previous video gaming news segments, clips from those, and clips from gameplay, as well as entire gameplay that are segmented out into episodes and stuff like that of all the games we've played and stuff that are on the Twitch channel and YouTube, and we always have a great time here doing all this stuff. All that stuff's out there. And if you're enjoying the content, come hang out with myself and the rest of this amazing community whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day, besides Wednesdays right now. We always start off with video gaming news. We have a great time doing that before we jump into whatever video gaming content we have planned for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and I'll be back in about an hour, all right? And we'll do some gaming. And we'll have more video gaming news tomorrow, June 13th. Cool. You guys rock. I'm out of here. I'll see you in a little bit. Pecan. What do you say? Pecan? That's not right. It's pecan. You say pecan? If you're saying pecan, you're saying it wrong. Pecan. No, that's not right. That's not right. Nope. Are you peeing in a can? It's pecan. It's pecan. Somebody taught you wrong. I'm gonna stick by that one. I think you've seen enough of toilets here lately. You probably need to stay away from them. All right, guys, you're amazing. I'll be back here in just a little bit. I'll be back in a little bit. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being you, and we'll get some V Rising in and some showcases. All right, I'm out of here. You guys rock. Bye, guys.